In 1919, India was under brutal British colonial rule, facing economic exploitation and political suppression. The British Raj imposed heavy taxes, forced labor, and discriminatory laws, creating widespread resentment. Over 200 million Indians lived in poverty while Britain extracted vast resources. This systemic oppression laid the groundwork for the Amritsar Massacre. Indian nationalism surged after World War I as soldiers returned expecting freedom in exchange for wartime service. The Indian National Congress and leaders like Gandhi mobilized mass protests against the Rowlatt Act, which allowed detention without trial. By April 1919, over 50,000 Indians participated in peaceful demonstrations nationwide, challenging British authority. The repressive Rowlatt Act of March 1919 ignited nationwide fury. This law permitted indefinite detention without trial, targeting independence activists. On April 6, Amritsar joined the Hartal strike movement, shops closed, and 20,000 gathered at Jallianwala Bagh. British authorities responded by banning gatherings, setting the stage for tragedy. By April 12, Amritsar became a tinderbox. British Brigadier General Dyer imposed martial law, banning all assemblies after violent clashes. Unaware villagers continued gathering for Vaisakhi festival at Jallianwala Bagh, a walled garden with narrow exits. Dyer deployed 90 soldiers with rifles and armored vehicles, preparing for confrontation. At 4:30 p.m., Dyer's troops sealed Jallianwala Bagh's exits and opened fire without warning on 15,000 unarmed men, women, and children. In 10 minutes, they fired 1,650 rounds. People jumped into wells to escape. Official reports listed 379 dead, but Indian estimates exceed 1,000. The bloodbath became Britain's darkest colonial crime in India. The massacre's aftermath revealed unimaginable horror. Bullet holes pockmarked the garden walls, some 6 feet high, where people were shot climbing to escape. The single well contained 120 bodies. British troops prevented medical aid for hours, leaving the wounded to die. This calculated brutality shocked even pro-British Indians. Dyer chillingly testified he acted to produce a moral effect and would have used machine guns if available. The British government awarded him £26,000, today's £1.3 million, as a hero's pension. Winston Churchill later called it monstrous, but no perpetrators faced trial. Secret documents revealed deliberate misinformation about armed rebels. Nobel laureate Rabindranath Tagore renounced his British knighthood, calling the massacre without parallel in history. U.S. newspapers condemned it, while Indian protests turned violent, burning British buildings. Gandhi launched the non-cooperation movement, marking a turning point from reformist demands to outright independence struggles. The massacre became independence movement's rallying cry. Congress membership grew tenfold by 1921. Bhagat Singh and other revolutionaries cited it to justify armed resistance. When Britain finally left in 1947, survivors testified at partition hearings. The event remains central to India's national consciousness as a symbol of colonial cruelty. Today, Jallianwala Bagh is a national memorial with a flame honoring the dead. The bullet marks and well remain preserved. In 2019, Britain expressed deep regret but refused an apology. The massacre's lesson resonates globally, a stark warning against unchecked state violence and the importance of remembering colonial atrocities.